I don't know how many days I've been awake. The game, Void Runner, has consumed me. It started innocently enough, a few hours after work, a way to unwind. But then the hours turned into days, and the days into a blur of pixels and darkness. The game is simple yet addictive. You control a character running through an endless series of mazes, fighting off grotesque creatures and collecting artifacts. Each level gets harder, the creatures more menacing, the mazes more complex. The world outside my window ceased to exist. My life was now contained within the four corners of my screen. One night, or was it day? The concept of time had slipped away from me. I noticed something odd. As my character sprinted through the maze, I saw a flash of my own reflection in the screen. Not unusual, except my reflection didn't match my movements. It was as if it had a mind of its own. A sinister grin spreading across its face, while mine remained stoic and focused. I shrugged it off, attributing it to sleep deprivation, but then it happened again, and again. Each time the reflection grew more distorted, more grotesque. Its eyes glowed a sickly green, and its grin twisted into something monstrous. I tried to look away, but I couldn't. It was as if the game was holding me captive. Desperate for a break, I stood up, my legs trembling from disuse. I stumbled to the bathroom, splashing water on my face, hoping to wash away the fatigue. When I looked up into the mirror, the same twisted reflection stared back at me, grinning with those glowing green eyes. I screamed, smashing the mirror with my fist. Blood trickled down my knuckles. But when I looked again, the reflection was normal. Just me, pale and terrified. I returned to my desk, my heart pounding. I needed to quit the game, but the urge to play was overwhelming. I logged back in, my hands trembling. This time the game's world seemed more real, more tangible. The walls of the maze were cold and damp under my fingers. The creature's growls echoed in my ears, too real to be just a game. As I progressed, the mazes began to resemble places I knew. My childhood home, my school, even my office. The creatures now had faces, familiar faces. My parents, my friends, my coworkers, all twisted into monstrous forms, reaching out for me, their eyes pleading and accusatory. One level, I found myself in my apartment, or a perfect replica of it. I could hear someone typing in the other room. Heart racing, I crept towards the sound. There at my desk was me, or rather the twisted version of me from the reflections, grinning as it played the game. "Who are you?" I whispered, my voice trembling. The creature looked up, its eyes boring into mine. "I am you," it hissed. "I am the you that has lost touch, the you that can no longer distinguish between reality and the game." I stumbled back, tripping over an empty energy drink can. The room spun, and when I looked up, I was alone. The screen of my computer displayed the game over screen, but instead of the usual text, it read, "You can never escape." Panicked, I unplugged the computer, but the screen remained on, the words glowing ominously. I smashed the monitor, but it was futile. The game had seeped into my reality, or maybe I had seeped into the game. The line between the two was gone. Days, weeks, maybe months have passed. I can no longer tell. I wander the mazes of my mind, fighting off the twisted faces of those I once knew, searching for a way out. But there is no escape. The game has become my reality, and my reality, the game. I am lost, trapped in an endless loop of fear and confusion, a prisoner of my own making. And as I write this, I see the reflection of that twisted, grinning face watching me, waiting for me to succumb completely. Remember, sometimes the line between reality and illusion is thinner than we think. Stay safe, and don't let the game consume you.